Hello my friends, it's Didi here, and in today's video we're gonna talk about 4 very easy and simple things you can do to live a better life. And there are many things that we talk about and read about that can improve our lives, but usually they take time or they are much harder for us to incorporate in our life. That's why I thought, okay, what are the things that are simple, easy to do, and then they will eventually even open up time for you. So the first thing, cut the news. You will have to go on informational diet and detox from this junk. And so many people still believe that they're keeping themselves informed via watching news. That's not true. You're definitely not informed. The news are always the same. There is terror, there is killing, there is shooting, anything that it's based on your fear, because that's what sells. You know, nowadays it's such hard work for creators of news, of news agencies to sell, that they have to work with what sells best. And what sells best are things that are fear-based. You definitely don't keep yourself informed, because if you keep yourself informed, for every bad news you read, there would be 9 positive news. That's, I would assume, it's at least the easiest of the distribution between negative things in the world and positive things in the world. So you're not informed. A lot of people say, but I'm not ignorant. I have to watch the news so that people don't think I'm ignorant. You'd rather be ignorant and happy than non-ignorant and not happy. If you show me in the news today one single thing that make you happier, I would embrace it and say, okay, it's worthwhile. But definitely watching the news or consuming news, it's not something which is beneficial for your brain development, it's not beneficial for your level of well-being, and definitely not beneficial for joy and happiness. So cut the news. You actually will save time with that, and if you watch them still a lot, and at the same time, if you do it for 21 consecutive days, trust me, you wouldn't want to go back to it. Second thing is protect the first 10 minutes of your morning. If the first thing in the morning that you do is to reach out and pick up your phone and check your Instagram account or your Facebook or your mails, then you are already becoming reactive to the world. And that's one thing, but the second more important thing is that if you want to be a different person, if you have this version that you created for yourself, if you do that the first thing in the morning, you are reinforcing the identity of the person who you currently are. By opening your Facebook, by opening your Instagram, by being surrounded by the information that you already chose to put in your feed, you are reinforcing your identity. If you want to make change of your identity and become a different person, this is the worst thing you can do in the early hours of the day. So make sure you leave your phone on airplane mode for longer. And if you don't use airplane mode, I think you should start doing it, because it's not good to sleep next to your phone when it's not on airplane. And don't pick it up until you do your morning manifestation, intention writing, affirmation, or at least for 5 minutes setting up how you want to feel throughout the day. You don't have to do affirmations, you don't have to believe in any of these things. Just sit down in your bed, don't reach out to your phone, and say, how would I want to feel today? What is the magic that I want to see today? How do I want to feel when I go to bed tonight? And that is setting you up by far for a much happier and joyful life. The third thing is the gratitude in the evening. And I know that gratitude has been used so much for the past years. The thing is, it works. And if you have at the moment life that you're very unsatisfied with, if you feel that you're very negative or things are not going well for you, you have to actually do a longer list of things that you're grateful for. If things are going well for you, you're having this practice for quite some time, you can only do 3 things that I'm grateful for, and then go and embrace your pillow and go to bed and fall asleep, being grateful for these things. But if you have things that you want to change and you find yourself being on the negative side, make a longer list, 10 things. It's like a list of positive aspects. And it doesn't need to be something big. Actually, it's better not to be something big. And definitely it shouldn't be something that you don't feel that you're grateful for. So find the feeling and start with things that you know that you're grateful for. For example, if you want to make a big change and use affirmation, I'm a confident person now. You don't want to say that. You want to say, I'm getting better and better at whatever it is. And that would help you reconcile your comfort zone around the things that you're trying to change. So list of positive aspects or 10 things you're grateful for. They can be easy things. You know, when you get into the practice, next day it would help you to look for magical moments throughout the day. Last thing, and I left it last not because it's less important, I think it's actually really important, probably one of the most important things, but it's a little bit harder than the other 3 things, is to make inventory of the 5 people you spend most time with. So who are your 5 people? If you spend time with moaners or whiners or complainers or negative people, the chances are, by definition, you'll be a more negative person. If you spend time with people who are all the time, focusing on their weaknesses and not being ambitious, the chances are you'll be one of these people too. Everybody knows, and this is proven, and I know that for myself. I've experienced it so much in my life. That's why I'm so careful who I spend time with. The 5 people you spend most time with, whether virtually or on the phone or as a presence, one of them probably will be your partner, or I guess your parents as well. They define your political views, your weight, how positive you are in life, how much money you make. So if you want to do a change and you know what your change is, you have to find 5 people and surround with people who are this change for you, and which means that you have to game up your game. But what I want you to do right now is sit down, make a list. Who are the 5 people I spend most time with, and what are the traits, or what is the time that I spend with them? Is it going to take me to where I want to be? And if there are people who you have to take out of your list, it doesn't mean you're telling them goodbye forever, especially if they're relatives, but it means you're more protective of your space. Now, when I say that, a lot of people usually say, oh, it's easy for you, Didi, you're surrounded by great people. I am surrounded by great people because I am looking for these great people, and I'm looking for myself being a person who these great people would want to interact with. So the work always starts with you, but if you start from zero and you don't know anyone, it's up to you to find them. Nowadays it's easier than ever. You can create a meetup group, you can have virtual mentorship, you can spend all your time actually being surrounded by 5 people virtually that you created in your mind are the people who embody what you want to do. So no excuses here, and little by little, one great person would introduce you to another, who would introduce you to another. And you can be the one who actually create a little mastermind group, or you don't have to call it mastermind, but a little social environment, because there are other people like you looking for these 5 people too. So these are my 4 things that are very easy to do, so no excuses. You know, it's so much easier for us to say, life is doing this to me, what can I do? I just woke up and I wasn't in a good state and I'm not happy. It's as if you are not responsible for it. We are responsible for bringing our own joy into the day, and we're responsible even for other people. If we're kinder, if we're a happier person, even if we're ignorant and we don't read the news, we will make the planet a much better place. So it's your responsibility, it's your choice, so you cannot say it's not up to me, it's totally up to you, and this is easy. There are many other things in terms of like exercise and food and diet, and one of the main things like non-complaining, non-gossiping, but these are a little bit harder to incorporate, especially when you need time for it. These ones are easy, so no excuses. Let me know in the comment box, how did you try some of these things? What's the results for you? And if you have any questions, always ask me how I did that for myself. And I hope that this video helped you guys. I hope that you will decide today that you want to be a happier person, a more joyful person, and that yes, I am the one who creates my reality. So I am the one who is going to do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video or you think somebody can benefit from it, please share it with your friends. Give me a thumb up, give me a like, and definitely leave me a comment, because the most joyful thing for me is interaction with you guys. So thank you so much. See you.